So the next topic and very important topic in interview point of view also. Mostly you will get a questions on these strings only. Strings and arrays. These are the two areas they will give programs. Always, if you are lucky, you will get a, the program we practiced. But you never going to get it. But we can do that because the concepts that we are practicing, the methods we are using in the programs that really help you, and you can solve that problems easily. Okay, so what is a string? A string is a collection of characters or a sequence of characters. So if you observe here, hello, it's a collection of characters. It is surrounded by double quotation marks. The value, string value, is surrounded by double quotation marks and which has a 5 characters. Basically, it's a character array. String is a character array. A character array also called string. The string is an immutable object. What is meant by immutable? Immutable means the value cannot be changed. Once it has been assigned to that, once the string is created and assigned a value, that value cannot be changed. It is constant. So whenever you try to modify the string, a new object is created or a new instance is created. So that's the immutable object means. So you cannot modify. If you try to modify, a new object is created. For mutable strings, you can use a string buffer and string builder classes. So mutable means you can quite opposite to immutable. So string buffer and string builder classes we can use. Either you can modify with the string buffer or a string builder classes. Your string, same string can be modified. So string class implements serializable, comparable, char sequence interfaces. So these are the 3 interfaces which are implemented inside the string class. So string class implements serializable, comparable, char sequence interfaces. So the char sequence interface is used to represent the sequence of characters. So this interface is implemented in these 3 classes. So this one interface can be implemented in multiple classes, right? That's what we learned. And so string class implements char sequence interface. That's a basic introduction, but how can you create the string? So you can create a string with the 2 ways. One is a string literal and second one is using new keyword. So what is string literal? A string literal is just created the variable and the value with the double quotations. So this is the string data type and the string reference object, and the value is enclosed in double quotes. So the string literal is created by using double quotes. So this is called string literal. If you enclose any value in double quotation marks, that is a string literal. So each time you create a string literal, the JVM checks string constant pool memory. String constant pool is a special type of memory in the heap memory inside. heap memory inside you have a special memory that is called string constant pool. So all the string literals will go and store in the string constant pool. If you create a string literal, the literal will go and store in the string constant pool memory. So if the string already exists in the pool, a reference to the pooled instance is written. So for example, you see here, S1 and S2 having same value. So first S1 created and it will go, this value will go store in the string constant pool. Now we created S2 and also assigned same value. Now what will happen? Same value already available. It won't create another object. So same value will be returned for the S2 also. So that's why. So string constant pool memory saves the space. So that's the main advantage of string literals why people will use. And this is, so the outer circle, right? That's a heap area. Heap area inside you have a string constant pool, another memory. This is only for string literals. So string objects are stored in a special memory is called string constant pool. Why Java uses a concept of string literal is to make Java more memory efficient. So people will use mostly this string literals. Because if two objects are same, it won't create a new object again. So it saves the memory. That's the first way to create object for a string by using a string literals. And second one is by new keyword. By new keyword. So by new keyword, you can create object. String str object equal to new string Java. So this is, class, you can create object with a new keyword, right? That's what happened here. So here, how many objects will be created here?
One new object will be created.
No. So basically here, total 2 objects will create with this. How? New string will create a one object that is in the normal heap memory, right? New string parenthesis that will create in the heap memory. But literal is there again. You're not counting the literal. Literal will go and store in where? In the constant.
Oh, okay.
So that's why this will create a 2 objects. So it is not recommendable to create object for a string using new keyword because it's waste of memory, right?
Literal means you are talking about that um, quotes, right?
Yeah, right. If you enclose in double quotes, that's a literal.
Okay.
Enclose anything, that's a literal.
Okay. So that will again create a memory.
Memory in the constant pool, right?
Constant. Okay.
So that's the disadvantage. Nobody uses this concept to create a string object. Always people will use this concept only. Literals only people will use. What is string literal and string pool? I already mentioned just now, right? So string constant pool means, so literals will store, string constant pool will be, so use it to store the string literals. And that's a string constant pool. And how string constant pool works? So the reason how it works is, so when you create a string literal in your code anywhere, okay? So what will happen is, immediately it will go and store in the string constant pool memory, that a string literal. So if one more literal if you create, same object is there in the string literal, it will check first. If it is there, it won't create another object. If it is not there only, it will create a new object in the constant. And it will be reused. If your matching literal is found in the pool, the new string literal refers to the existing one rather than creating a new instance. So this is possible because strings are immutable. Immutable means it won't change. They cannot be modified after creation. So once you create, that's the final value. So memory efficiency, by reusing string literals, the string pool conserves the memory. So especially in situations where the same string literal is used multiple times throughout the program, better to declare as a string literal. So that is the how the string literal works. Say string str1 equal to hello, string str2 equal to hello. Now only one object will create. For both, even though two literals are there, one object will create. So both refers to the same value. Same string literal, it will refer to hello only. So in the string pool, it will check first hello is there or not. Compiler will go and check that. If it is there, it will return that for a literal 2 also. So instead of creating two separate string objects, the Java runtime optimizes memory. So then reusing the value. So string pooling offers benefits in terms of memory efficiency, performance, and optimizations, such as it will return a faster string comparison also will happen. Okay, so that's the string literals, how they work. So, and another thing, so when you create object with a new keyword, they are not going to be pulled automatically. All strings are not automatically pulled. Pulled means they will go and store in the constant. No, it won't happen directly. Only string literals will be pulled by default. Strings created using the new keyword or by concatenation are not automatically part of the string pool. So please understand here. Only string literals will be part of the pool directly, automatically. But when you create object with the new keyword, that value is there, right? That won't be pulled. Or if you do a concatenation, that also not automatically pulled. Then how you can pull them? By just calling string.intern method. If you call string.intern, it will explicitly pull them. It will explicitly pull them. So then it will, once you call the intern, that letter will be pulled inside the constant pool. So that's the how the string object with the new keyword, what will happen and how you can pull it. With the intern method, you can do that. See that. Here, if you observe, this green one is, that's a string constant pool. S4 and S3 pointing to same value. Here S1 has a Java, S2 is a Java, because this is created with a new keyword. S1 is created with the new keyword, S2 also created with the new keyword. So when you create an object with a new keyword, so it will create a new object, right? New string object. When you create a string using literal, they are intern, as I mentioned, they will intern and they will be pulled. So if they created with a new keyword, they won't pull and you have to call the intern method. So that's what we discussed. And if you see string A equal to Java, string B equal to Java. Now, when you do system.out.println, A double equal to B. Now, what is happening here? Can you tell me? What is happening here?
The string
Comparison.
constant pool, both are checking in the string constant pool itself.
Okay.
The power which is present in the string constant pool, that referring, both will be checking for that itself.
Both
Oh, the
referring the
value.
same memory address, sorry,
Yeah.
same memory and string.
Yeah. Same memory address here.
Okay.
Yes.
See, if you use the double equal to, this is compares only numbers, right? It compares the numbers. So number means the reference of this. A reference, this memory. B reference also same memory. That's why you're getting a true. Is it clear?
Yeah.
A reference object is same, B reference object is same, because both refers to same memory, one memory only. That's why it is true. Now observe here, two different are created with a new keyword. String C equal to new string Java, string D equal to new string Java. If you do C double equal to D, and so why it's false?
Both memory addresses were different because for every new, it will create a new memory
New
address.
memory address.
New memory. So C memory address is different, D memory address different. That's why you're getting a false here. C is not equal to D, but we are asking equal. So not equal, right? That's why it's returning false. So similarly, when you compare a string literal with a string object created using new keyword, so use double equal to, and it will return false as shown below. Like you see that string E equal to ZDK, string F equal to new string ZDK. Now, when you compare references E and F, so E double equal to F, it will return false. Why it is false?
Here also same
Not
like
refers to the same
E memory address
memory
is
addresses.
different and F memory address is different.
E memory address where it will store?
It's in string pool.
String constant pool.
String constant pool.
Pool.
F will store in the
Heap.
heap memory. Heap memory.
Yes.
So both memories are different. That's why you're getting a false here. That's the main things you have to catch. This intern we already discussed. So this one, see, how I'm interning is using dot intern method on this object. So that's how you can intern it. So once you intern this value also will go and store the same memory. That's why str1 and str2 is true here. If you don't call intern, then it won't be so. That's why so please catch the difference here. Because this also goes to same memory, right? That's why once you call this value will be pulled. So then this value also same refers to that. So that's why you are getting a true here. So str1 and str both refer to the same string literal in the string constant pool, because str2 was explicitly interned using the intern method. Yeah. So what is the difference between equals and double equal in Java?
Equal is assignment and double is equal to comparison.
No.
Huh?
Equals method.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Double equal.
The equal method will be used to compare the two strings, and double equal is used to compare the number.
Yeah. So see here, equals will compare the content of the value. Okay.
Right.
Each string, the content, right? The characters. The characters will be compared by equals method. But double equal to is used to compare the references or memory address of the two objects. So that's the equals and double equal. This is the one of the interview question. So make sure you are understanding all these points, okay? How does garbage collection work in Java? So this is also important, and all this. How does garbage collection? What is garbage collection? Basically, garbage collection in Java automatically reclaims memory that is no longer in use by the program. For example, one object you created, you're not using anymore. Then Java will take out that, and that memory that will be cleaned up and the memory will be taken back. It will free up. Basically, it will free up. Reclaim means taking back, right? So that memory will be taken back. So it works by identifying objects that are no longer reachable through the references and freeing up the memory occupied by those objects. So that's the garbage collection main responsibility. So the Java virtual machine has a built-in garbage collector that runs periodically, determining which objects are no longer needed and then reclaim that memory. That are no longer needed object memory, you take it back. That's a reclaiming. That's a garbage collection. Where this garbage collection is available? In the JVM inside. So that built-in garbage collector is available. The default garbage collector is daemon garbage collector. The main purpose of this daemon garbage collector is keeps running in the JVM system frequently. You don't need to schedule. It will keep running automatically. And it will look for any objects which are not reachable or which are not used anymore. Then the garbage collector will clean up those objects and memory will taken back for the further usage. That is the garbage collection means. Is it clear? Okay. So let's move on. Next important question. Why strings are immutable? This is another major interview question for even developers, for SDET people, anyone. Why strings are immutable? So please read this at least 3-4 points. So read sufficient way until you get all the points in your mind, at least a few of them. Okay, let's go one by one. So first point is efficiency and performance. So immutable strings are more memory efficient and faster in certain operations. So when a string is created, it can be stored in a memory pool, constant pool memory, and subsequent strings with the same value can reference the same memory location and reducing the memory usage, basically. Right? That's why more memory efficient we are calling. Additionally, because strings are immutable, they can be reached and shared among multiple threads safely. They can be shared among multiple threads safely, improving performance. So they can be cached and shared among multiple threads safely, so improving the performance. That's the first point. So more efficient. So in the certain operations, and also it caches the data or the string and shared among multiple threads. So that will improve the performance. Because why efficiency means memory usage is less. So that's why it's a more memory efficient. Next, thread safety. So immutable strings are inherently thread safe. So in a multi-threaded environment, if one thread tries to modify a string, it cannot change the original string content. So it will create a new string, but the original string will be as it is. This immutability simplifies concurrent programming eliminates the need for explicit synchronization when working with the strings. So that's why it's a thread safe. Strings are thread safe. Next one, security. So this is the very important point you can mention anywhere. So immutable strings enhance the security. For example, when strings are used to store sensitive information like passwords, security tokens, their immutability ensures that once you set the passwords or security tokens, anything, their values cannot be changed accidentally or intentionally by the users. That's a fixed. You don't want to change that. Then this string is the best option. That's why security wise, this is very good. It enhances the security because of immutability. Hashing and caching. So immutable strings are suitable for use as keys in hash tables because their hash codes remain constant. If a string were mutable, its value changed after being used as a key, and it could lead to inconsistencies in retrieving the data. So that is the consistency also achievable with the string immutability. Functional programming. In functional programming designs, immutability is a fundamental concept because functional programming means, I think we are not going to discuss that. It's a functional programming, as I mentioned, one abstract method and multiple default methods will be there in the functional interfaces, right? That functional interfaces supports this functional programming through lambda functions. So immutable strings align well with the functional programming principles, allowing for more predictable and maintainable code you can write with the immutability. String pooling. Many programming languages implement the string pooling, where common string literals are in turn shared to reduce memory usage. So immutability makes this pooling mechanism more effective because identical strings literals can safely reference the same memory location. So that's the string pooling, the usage. And optimizations. So optimization means basically immutable strings allow compilers and runtime environments to perform various optimizations, like they can avoid redundant string copying operations, leading to better performance. So while immutability offers several advantages, like so it's essential to note that there may be situations where mutable strings are more suitable. So frequently modify the content of a string in place for performance reasons. This is going to be very useful. So these are the some of the concepts. Please go through that. At least, if not eight points, at least 4 points. If you can tell, that's good enough. Okay, so that's all about the theoretical part of string class. String is, if anybody asks what is a string, string is an immutable class. So it's a group of characters. It is available in java.lang package. So immutability means you cannot modify the string. You cannot modify the string, and string objects can be created using either using string literal or string object with a new keyword. These are the two ways you can create object. So that's the one. But let's see some of the methods. There are so many methods, and we'll just start coding. Then one by one, I'll explain. So in the coding, instead of one by one discussing, let's write the coding on the programs or methods. So all the methods in the string class are return type methods. They will return the value. Okay. So let's see. So let's create new package, string handling. Okay, string handling. And then, so I'll just take up string methods class, string API demo. Okay. So take a main method. So you take one string, okay? So static string s equal to, so Java, I'll take Java. So basically see, this is also a character array. So array starts where?
0.
0 index. So array starts at a 0 index. So yesterday in our blog also, I have in our group, I mentioned very clearly the pointer where it points everything. So you can refer that. The first method is length method. So length method which returns a number of characters. Number of characters. And return type is, what is the return type of this method? Integer. So how you can use this? How can you write a return type methods? How can you call return type methods? How can you call return type methods?
Like what data type?
Yeah, data type.
Variable name equals
Variable name equals to object
to
reference.
reference dot length.
The method name, return type.
Method.
Okay? Return type method. Okay, so the formulas, if you remember, so easy. See, now this method returns a integer type. So right, int. So len equal to, and I want to find out this string length. Okay, s dot length. See, that's it. So then system dot, so out dot println. So s plus, I'm just concatenating s string length is plus len. That's it. So execute one by one. So you will get a say 4. That's a 4 characters, right? See 0, 1. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 characters. Okay. So the next one, next method is char at method. So char at method, you have to give int index. So what it does, it fetches the character, right? It fetches the character
based on the index.
at given index. The return type is
Char.
just character. Returns the character. Again, same formula for all the methods. This is the formula. So index means you need to understand, see, 0 index, okay, 0 index, then 1, 2, 3. So for example, you want to fetch, I'll write directly print statement, okay, system dot out dot println second index character. Character is second index character means you just write a string object dot caret method and a second index. What is the second index character?
A,
Yeah, no.
VV.
V.